Good day, ladies and gents, wherever you may be around the world, and welcome to this just short stream, really, to let you know about a couple of special streams we have coming up on the channel over the next few weeks. Just in case anyone's a bit late, I'm going to play us a bit of music for a minute.
Farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain, for we've received orders to sail for old England. We hope in a short time to see us again.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly 'tis 35 leagues.
We hove our ship to with a wind from southwest, boys. We hove our ship to for to strike soundings clear. It's 45 fathoms with a white sandy bottom. We squared our main yard and up channel did steer.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly 'tis 35 leagues.
Now the first land we sighted, it is called the Dudman. Next Ramshead off Plymouth, start Portland and White. We sailed on by Beachy, by Fairley and Dungeness, and we hove our ship to off the South Foreland Light.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly 'tis 35 leagues.
Then the signal was given for the Grand Fleet to anchor, and all in the Downs that night for to lie. Let go your shank painter, likewise your cat stopper. Haul up your clew garnets, let tacks and sheets fly.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly 'tis 35 leagues.
Now let every man drink off his full bumper, and let every man toss off his full glass. We'll sing and be jolly and drown melancholy, and here's to the health of each true-hearted lass.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly 'tis 35 leagues.
Okay, that was, of course, Spanish Ladies, a very popular Royal Navy song from the late 18th, right into the 19th and even early 20th century. All right, guys, this is not going to be a very long stream. I just thought I would do it to highlight a couple of special streams that I have coming up soon. The first one I would like to talk about is, as some of you know, I've had both RedHawk and Andy Nowicki on the stream before. RedHawk's pretty well-known manosphere person, I guess is the best way to describe it. And Andy Nowicki was actually one of the founders of the alt-right back in the day when it was still a big tent organization before it got taken over by assorted Nazi LARPers and what have you. So I'm having both of these gentlemen on a stream, which should be, let me just make sure I get my times and dates right, because I can do 2 time zones, but 3 time zones and daylight saving and all the rest of it sometimes confuses me. It'll be on Tuesday, the 9th of August at 7:30 p.m. Eastern USA time, which I believe is 11:30 p.m. for the UK. And that is 9:30 a.m. Wednesday for me down under in Australia. So yeah, 7:30 p.m. Eastern USA time, 11:30 p.m. UK time, because I think it's about 5 hours later in UK, and as I said, 9:30 a.m. Wednesday for anyone who is in the Antipodes. What we're going to be talking about on that stream, Andy is quite interested in like incels, people who are called incels, or young men who are called incels. And as I said, RedHawk is a pretty well-known dude in the manosphere side of things. And so we're going to be talking about, what can incels do to improve their chances of getting a girlfriend and eventually a wife, and this kind of stuff, which hopefully might be quite interesting. Given that, young men not being able to find girlfriends is very unhealthy, and it's all too common in the West these days. So we're going to be looking at that stuff. And hopefully you chaps can come and join us and contribute via chat and what have you. And then the other stream I've got is some of you will have seen, I did a stream of Horus and Ataman a week or so ago on Churchill, Hitler and the Unnecessary War, the book by Patrick Buchanan. Although it's not totally that, but it's kind of based on that book. And we only got about halfway through what we were talking about, really. So since it was pretty well received, it seems, we're going to be doing a part 2 of that. And I think it's going to be on the 25th of August. Originally, Horus and I thought we'd do it on the 18th. But Ataman, who was the other chap in that stream, who is a good friend of mine, and like always makes good contributions, is working late that evening. So I've asked Horus if we can make it the 25th, and we will, unless he can't. So it could be on the 18th, but I think it's most likely going to be on the 25th of August, which is also a Thursday, at 8 p.m. UK time, which is 5 a.m. For me. Like I always end up getting up ridiculously early hours, but that's what you get when you do streaming. Also, while I'm on the subject, I'd like to give 2 plugs. I'd like to plug my friend Right on Limbu. Go and check his channel out. That's RT HON and then LIMU. Go and check out my young friend Right on Limbu's channel, and the excellent stream he did the other day with Charles Colomba, who is a really good guy on the real right these days. It's a good stream. Go and check out his channel, go and subscribe and all this stuff. And the other thing I would like to say is go and subscribe to RedHawk's channel. He's doing a weekly men's hour stream, which I'm hoping he's going to extend a bit to make it like a men's 90-minute stream, which is really becoming quite a good stream, particularly if you're a young white Western chap. There's some pretty good advice on the stream. There's some good advice about finding a girlfriend and this kind of stuff. And a woman should never be the only thing in your life, but a balanced man should have a girlfriend and eventually a wife, for sure. And of course, if you want to have a family and children, you need a wife. So, and I'm all for Western white people's birth rates going up. So, yeah, go and check out RedHawk's channel. And as Tuesday FA Tuesday said in the chat, Men's Hour is actually turning into a pretty good stream, actually. And also, I would say Tuesday FA Tuesday that Poe the person, she's still doing Woman's Hour on her channel, and the best guest she has had on was a woman from America who is a fairly traditional wife, as far as I can work out, who was suggested to her by RedHawk. And also Lady of Shalott, who again is a pretty traditional woman and certainly one of the better women on the internet. She also likes RedHawk, so yeah. So yeah, guys, check those out. Please do join us for my stream with RedHawk and Andy Nowicki, which I think should be pretty interesting because they're both intelligent men, and I shall try and keep up. And also for the part 2 of the stream with Horus and Ataman, which I also think might be quite interesting because in part 2 we're going to get a bit more into World War II and Churchill as Prime Minister and all this kind of stuff. So hopefully everyone will find that interesting. And that's really all I wanted to do. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up about that. And I'm going to play us out with another tune.
This was the charter of the land, and God your angel sang the strain. Oh, Britannia, rule always. Britons never, never shall we say. Oh, Britannia, rule always.
All right, guys, there you go. Nice to see some friends in the chat. Tuesday, FA Tuesday. Royal Britannia's British suite now. I'm missing them being a safe country to visit and admire. Well, depends where you go. But yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, guys, that was all I had to say, right? So I will see you all on Saturday evening UK time, which is very early Sunday morning, Australian time, for Splendid Isolation 83, I think we're on, something like that. Craig 55, don't disagree with that at all. Totally agree with that. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you all for Splendid Isolation, 9 p.m. Saturday evening UK time, which is 6 a.m. Sunday morning Australian time for our next stream. And go well, folks, and take care.